Hello, Herbert. Oh no, it happened again. Herbert Erp. That is definitely... It's definitely something I say. Oh no, it happened again. Paul Newman's gonna have my legs broke. Again. How you doing, Truckan? I have this. The wagen that schwimms. And I did a reasonable job getting it so that it will go together. But I didn't glue it yet because I'm stupid and forgetful, mostly. So I'm gonna do that first, I guess. The big issue that was keeping these parts from going together was under here, where the bottom of the upper hole contacts the lower hole. So I shaved those down, and that should allow me to just squish it together. I'm hoping. Pizza for dinner. Pizza. Well, consider me jealous. I'm sure that pizza had a lot of pineapple on it, as all pizzas should. I'm gonna get my camera ready. Hey, Marcus Torres, how you doing? Okay. I need to position this so both cameras can look at it. Such difficulty. Press that together. Probably best to focus on one side. A lot of pineapple, so Lord of the Rings pineapple, so invisible pineapple. I believe you didn't put pineapple at all, Trekan Belovich. I'm calling the police. This is still going to need probably a little bit of putty and maybe a bit of a scrape with the knife. But it should be enough to look reasonable. Just starting with models, eh? Cool. Is that going to stay together? Probably not. I don't really need to waste up all my space and video the entire holding process. Hopefully, we can get on to gluing some details on in relatively short order. What I'm saying is I should have glued this together off stream. After using putty, you can take the Schwimmwagen with you while taking a bath to see if it's a real Schwimmwagen. I could. Maybe I should. Maybe I should. Maybe not the bath, that's a lot of water to waste. But maybe fill a sink and see if it floats. It could be like that, I think it was David Letterman, one of those late night TV people, had a segment, Will It Float? Find out if the Schwimmwagen does. It's not quite ready to stay yet, I don't think. Probably needs a bit more upward pressure here too. Probably, if I could go back and start again, I would not put the wheels on until after this is done. But I can't go back again because that's not how time works. That's probably okay enough. Let's see if it comes apart when we push down on this side. Nope. Not that it should. This is what everybody wants to watch. Holding. Past Herbert is laughing at you because for past Herbert you are future Herbert. That bastard. Now I have to hate both past and future Herbert. What a dickhead. And that stupid fucking no-tech light has been knocked out of place. Maybe more glue. More and more glue. That's the way to deal with your problems. Past Herbert has to do photo etch on the Vespered Centurion again and again. Why does he have to do it again and again? Does the past just keep repeating? Is that how it works? Is it Groundhog Day? Eventually this will bond. Maybe I should have done this days ago. Because after past Herbert, there was a past Herbert, and so on. I'll just have to believe you. I'll just have to take your word for it. You wouldn't make this up. What I need is some sort of clamp, I think. I don't have anything suitable. Or on site. I could use a clamp. There are very few situations in my experience where I would actually use a clamp. Usually it's awkward shapes. But this seems like you could get away with it. It needs a lot more force than, like, rubber bands or something would get away with. Serious business only. That's why they call me Serious Herbert. That isn't quite staying together as I want it, but almost. It is going to have to be cleaned up anyway, so it doesn't have to be perfect. But I would like it to be good. How long have I been going? 15 minutes? Mostly just holding and holding and holding. Rip. If you're ever going to paint this kit, will you paint the rubber tires too, or leave them the way they are? I think they're too black to be convincing tires. I'd probably paint them with the rubber and tires paint that I have. I think it's an ammo by MiG one. And then add some dust. And or mud. I guess unless I was to try and depict it as brand new or maybe fresh out of the water. That seems pretty okay. You can barely see the gap on the overhead, but it is there. I'm sure you believe me. Now, more bits. Well, I guess it's pretty much bonded, but well, I let that bond. Actually, I should have had these bits that have been knocked off, shouldn't I? That's some good tweezing, Herbert. By which I mean terrible tweezing. These tweezers are not for gripping hard. Fucking, why is everything so difficult when you're an incompetent dullard like me? There's a very clear slot that I want that to go in. think this one is probably going to get knocked back out of place again. Wheeled vehicles on your list, but not quite sure what to do with the rubber tires. Yeah, the rubber tires can be tricky. Like, they're black when you buy them, or pretty close to black. And on a car, especially one that gets, you know, washed and detailed, unlike mine, they'll be black. Again, or close to black. But they usually wear to like a grey colour. Plus whatever dirt and dust they accumulate. Why do you have to be so difficult to get on nice and level, you shit? I guess that'll do. Now, step 11. Which involves... Pretty sure those are making doors and the plate for here. Excuse me. What didn't I do when I started stream? Didn't prepare by getting the box and the sprues. Fortunately, I have, guess you'd call it like a ready rack of the boxes I'm working on under my desk. Okay, this should be simple. Should be simple. May not be simple. Looking on the wrong sprue now. Like a buffoon. Maybe these vehicles will stay on the list. The mind of shame before a pile of shame. That's like planning to build a pile of shame. I don't like the term pile of shame that much. I prefer pile of opportunity. That's part of the mental gymnastics I do to allow myself to buy so many kits. Oh, why am I looking at the wrong sprue again? Because I'm an idiot. I don't know why this is an extra part, because it could have just been molded onto the regular part, really. It's looking reasonable. Okay. Maybe you're getting slow when you get towards the end to, like, savor the flavor, as it were. Maybe you want to keep enjoying the project. There are gaps in here that make me think this isn't going to float. Do I test the floating before filling the gaps or after? Get my glue. The instructions say to assemble this entire thing separately, but I'm not going to do that. Is this going to be a mistake? Find out. Piss. So far, not a mistake. If you see gaps before the float, it might be clever to fill the gaps before if you want the people to call you clever. Nobody's gonna call me clever without, sarcasm, so I won't bother. Going to assume that's a fuel cap. You know what? Why not just paint the entire area with glue? That'll show them. Maybe doors should be next. By which I mean the doors. Come and baby, light my fire. Never sing again, Herbert. I saw Barnaby and you playing PUBG on video. You had some clever moves. Well, maybe not in a game-sensible way, but clever somehow. Somehow is the key word. none of the parts I want are on this sprue. Maybe I should keep the two doors separate because there's parts that look like they could get mixed up. That's using your noodle, Herbert. In real life, would it still float with the doors open? I've no idea. It looks like it might, like... They're pretty high up. So I guess it depends on how low it sits in the water. I'd like to think yes, so that when you're just floating along, you can open the door and put your hand in the water. And have it bitten off by some sort of giant fish. Who doesn't want that? Sprues became linked somehow. Now for some itty-bitty little door handles. Everybody's favorite. Where's that horrible goose? I still want to play Goose Game with Barnaby. I found the, I was cleaning up and I found the controller thing that goes into the PC. I don't know where the controller is, though. If we could find the controller, there's a chance we could play Horrible Goose Game. Okay, time to clean up the nubbins. Kind of wonder if maybe putting the door on and then adding the details is a good idea. But it might not be. Horrible Goose will steal tiny door handle. Is an ally to the carpet monster. That better not be true. I like the goose. I don't want to have to hate it for its carpet monster affiliation. Maybe it's easier to put the internal handles on first. And then stick the other ones on, because there's some little hinge bits that also go on the outside. I think that's the inside. Therefore, this door goes here. Be gone, mold lines. You shits. You hope this model is historically accurate and has the sauerkraut tin holder on the inside of the door. Of course. Maybe. Maybe they moved it from the door. Or just use the entire inside of the vehicle as sauerkraut holder. That's the most sensible choice. Now, do these single cell door handles need anything done to them? A little bit of a scrape, maybe? What is this, a door handle for ants? Can't even hold the fucking things. It's probably fine. Hey, Panzer IV. I'm doing really okay. How are you doing? If the shrimp wagen is leaky, you can use sauerkraut to close the gaps. Sauerkraut is the most useful food ever. Still don't know if sauerkraut makes things taste better or not. I mean, taste is, what's the word? Subjective. So yes and no. Yes, it don't. Can I do this with my finger? I genuinely doubt it. Looks reasonable. Yes. Very door. Yep, just throw it so it lands on its side you just glued those bits onto. Very good, Herbert. Leave the other bits for when the thing's on the body, so they don't get damaged. Excuse me. That looks like an empty sprue. Hooray! I put it down there on the floor, and it won't cause any more on-desk avalanches. I might as well use the already cut out handle there, just so I can hopefully avoid losing that just by leaving it on the desk. Also, maybe I should go back and check if there's anything I skipped over, because I'm pretty sure there is. A lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Dang, I thought I was getting close to finishing. I mean, it's not that I'm not getting close to finishing. Check the instructions. Any saying throw empty sprues in the dustbin at once? I think that's a Vespid thing. But it does say... I put the TikTok about this up recently, but it does say children must not be allowed to suck any part. I don't know why sucking is a thing. Can they put it in their mouths otherwise? Also, they're not allowed to pull the vinyl bag over their heads. Nothing about putting any sprues in the dustbin, though. So we can keep these ones. Stop being so tiny! Wonder why adults are allowed to suck things. I assume because, you know, you're an adult and you can make your own choices. But kids are stupid and are not allowed to make choices. If I had kids, I would definitely try to get them into the hobby. Video games are fun, but bad. Video games aren't bad. It's just a thing where, like, I don't know anything about parenting, but I would assume that it's bad to let kids just only do video games. And to basically let the video games raise the kid. Okay, so far I've not lost any of these bits. I may regret saying that. Hopefully I don't. That looks like it could do with more glue. There we go. 2 doors. And now, back in the instructions, damn it. You did that. Got a bunch of stuff that's clear. Clear sprues. I wonder... one of your favorite YouTubers does that. Now I've forgotten what that is. Is it video games? Oh look, we've got the photo etch. Windshield wipers. I'm thinking, and boy does it hurt, maybe I'll put those on after painting, because stop making box noises, Herbert. Because I'm probably going to glue the windshield on, but I want to mask it for painting. And it'll be very difficult to mask under the windshield wiper. Little white dishes for tiny parts. It's not a bad idea. I would probably lose them anyway. Okay. This isn't the next step, but I'm just looking at the parts. It seems like it'll be easy to put together. The annoying bit is the plastic, the clear plastic is included with the surrounds, which will be opaque. If you're making too much box noises, evil Barnaby will appear. You mean regular Barnaby? He's an evil boy. You stay away from him. I got to see Barnaby the other night and we saw some evil music, including probably the slowest Doom band I've ever seen, which made it extra doomy. They probably had beats per minute that you could count on one hand. This kit is a bit on the expensive side. Yeah, it is. This is one of the ones that I guess I impulse bought, but because it was on quite a steep discount. I think it was like a Boxing Day sale or something. Or maybe earlier than that. Whenever I bought it, it was like, I think 50% off for some reason. And that's the best time to buy models, when they're cheap. That's what I was looking for. E5, it's on this. But I don't know if it's worth gluing these in and then like trying to paint them. They can stay off until after painting too, probably. I think the way to do them would be to paint like a chrome paint or something on the backs and then glue them in. Okay. There are little doodads that go around here. That'll be easier to put on before doing the window stuff. And one of them looks to be another light with an E part. Which I can't see. Oh yeah, there it is. Found it. Okay. There's two A18s, which are separate, but look like they could be part of another assembly, but they're not. So don't assemble them with other fucking... I've nudged this down again. That's just going to keep happening. I'll have to keep fixing it. Okay, we got those. Can't quite tell which way they go up without bringing the instructions closer to my face. Ha 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 ha. New and original humor here on Herbert Erpaderp's channel. Got a little lamp. I love lamp. It's not that little, actually. These little small bits are probably going to form a frustrating to build assembly. That's what we want. Do you love lamp or lamb? Why not both? Both are delicious. I don't know what a lamp is. It's a bit hard to understand how this is meant to go together. But I think I get it. That's the mistake. Thinking. Also, that's come undone. How rude. Okay. Oh no! Got very lucky. That landed on my leg. Excuse me. Just dying a little bit. That's all. That's not as neat as it could be. Probably not going to get it much better than that, though. You can do what you want. Instructions police have given up hope on you long ago. As they should. Sucks to be them. The trick is this going to be easier to put together before putting it on the model? I don't think it is. I'm going to put it together on the model. It'll be a bit easier, hopefully. It will at least give me more area to grip onto. I'm assuming these are license plate plates. License plate holders. Little rectangles. That's good enough. Somehow this is tilted down again. Maybe it's just bonded that way and it wants to return to that position. What a jerk. Okay. If I glue this on, give it a few moments to bond, and then stick the round things onto it, it should work. Should be easy. Shouldn't cause any explosions, I assume. Yep, just flop on over. Disregard how I positioned you, part. And I come back to that when it's bonded so that I don't push the mount out of place. My name is Bond. You fucking part just Bond. Famous secret agent. Okay. Got these little doovers. Whatever they are. Can I get that on without nudging that? Seems that there's a particular way that should sit. That looks a bit white, wobbly, a bit weird. Maybe it's not. It's probably fine. Now, I just had a thought. If I'm to glue the clear plastic parts together, will this plastic cement ruin them? Does it fog up? It's hard to tell. I don't want to try it on any of the good parts. I think as long as I'm sparing and only apply it along the bonding edges, it should work fine. Otherwise, I'll just paint over them. You need contact to clear for the clear pieces. Yeah, but I'm not going to go and buy contact to clear for this kit because I don't want to wait to finish it. I might just leave them off. And then people will bitch at me in the build video. You didn't finish it! Where do we put these? It's kind of hard to tell which part is which, because I mixed them up. I think the bigger one goes on the bottom. Am I gonna pick that up there from my finger with my tweezers? Hopefully. A wise man once said, you can always hide them in mud. Windows, you can hide them in mud. I mean, I could model it like it's been flipped over. Something. Piss. 7,000 pisses.
Isn't very poggers.
Yeah, it's not. Guess I try to get this on with my fingers because it's shaped such that it just wants to slip out of the tweezers. Try them again. That glue has almost certainly evaporated. The main part hasn't totally bonded, so it does still move a bit. And this looks like it's meant to be a mirror. probably fine. Good for looking backwards, I guess. See if there's any ducks chasing you. I haven't missed anything yet. The question is, the instructions say to assemble the clear bits now. They also say to put the number plates on. Those just sort of sit on there. There doesn't seem to be anything to guide the number plates. We'll just stick it on. I'm trying to figure out if they conform to the shape of the hull or are flat. Because they do have some flex to them. Not much. I'm gonna say we just sort of plop it there, and that'll be good enough. Probably more centered than that. It looks fine and dandy. I'm not going to measure to make sure it's absolutely dead center, which I know is a horrible, horrible crime. But if it's slightly out, so be it. I don't know if it should have a sort of downward or tilt like that, but it does. It's fine. Got hit by a fish. Some fish. Next. There is a couple of rear doobie Watsits that I will get from the opaque sprue, the D sprue. Didn't lose it. We're not feeding you today, carpet monster. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. There's some A-sprue bits that go with the windshield. That's the problem. Carpet monster can wait. It's gonna have to keep waiting, though. Surely, eventually, it'll weaken and die. Come off the sprue, please. I did clip both bits. It's kind of difficult to tell if that's a nubbin. I'm going to declare that no, it's not a nubbin. I mean, yes, it is a nubbin. It's not one we want to keep. Whatever these tiny bits are, I wish they were slightly less tiny. It's so tiny. At It looks like I either cut a bit of this one away or it was miscast. Probably me getting a bit too cutty, which is a word now. Now those two bits can go on the butt where they belong. Perfect. Have more glue as a reward. Not sure if that looks wonky because of the little cutout that it sits in or not. I'm sure it's fine. And now, Herbert is glunerous. Glunerous? I assume that's like generous. I think I will give gluing the clear bits together a whirl. Yeah, but with glue. Nothing else, though. I'll leave the lamp lenses on the sprue so I do not lose them. That little nubbin went on the floor and I'm definitely going to step on it. Not looking forward to that. I think maybe I should build the windshield and let it sit in place, but not actually attach it to the model. That might make things a bit easier. I could just hand paint the surrounds without having to mask it. Just get my fingerprints all over them. That's good. Saw what I did when a goat or pig tried to escape from my farm? Not glunerous at all. Well, I mean, if they behaved and were deserving of my glunerosity instead of trying to escape. Going to assume these little raised nubbins are for mounting the windshield wiper. I can't tell if that's meant to be there. I don't think it is. Things are falling down. I'll be back momentarily. have returned. I didn't die. The shitty foam core cowling I made for my air conditioner so the air would go down instead of towards the roof fell down. Now I think I've got something stuck under my chair, which prevents me from wheeling. That's fun. What a fun little annoyance. I also refilled my drink. Okay. Preparing for window. This doesn't sound like very epic music. That's probably going to go together good enough. Now, am I using the correct bits? Probably not. When the parts are clear, it's very hard to see when they're, like, properly together. That's kind of annoying. Also, the question is, do these just hang on the side, or does it rest on the body? We may never know. Okay, so those... I may have cut a bit too much off of these. That's a mounting bracket on the bottom of it, but it doesn't go down far enough. Surely Herbert couldn't make a mistake. Where did that bit that I just dropped go? You better not have gone into the carpet monster's mouth. Didn't. It went on my shirt. Okay, does that one go on that side or not? They're differently numbered, but it's hard to tell. Maybe I'm looking at it the wrong way, too. The nubbins go on the inside, so they're not holders for the windshield wipers, like I thought. What a buffoon. It would be nice, though I guess I can probably use the shape of the hull to figure out the angle, but it would be nice if there was a way to just have the angle with no arsing about. This is going to be difficult to get together without making a mess. Well, we're going to make a mess of it, and someone will probably whine about it. It doesn't matter if the parts end up looking shitty. We can just do some creative painting over them. That should hold it together. It's a bit of a pain having that as separate bits, but that's how they want to do it. I guess it's a bit that folds up, so it doesn't necessarily have to be perfectly neat. Oh no, don't make a mess. I'll show you. I'll say that's good enough. That's not the way it should sit. The little pointy bits go downward. It's probably good enough. It's good enough on the other side of the world. It's good enough in Germany too. Yeah. Very good. Very good enough. And because it's going to be annoying, I'll have to use this to determine the angle. Doesn't seem like it fits all that well. You see, I thought the glass should sit... Oh, for fuck's sake. The glass should sit on the body, but it doesn't seem to. Maybe it does. Like, glue this a bit lower. Maybe that's the wrong part. Jeez. Window knobby things. That's the technical term. It'd be nice if the instructions were a bit more clear. That's not helpful. The painting guide is slightly more helpful. Slightly. Good thing is the next model you're going to build, the Burger Panther, does not have tiny bits. Yes, it does. What it doesn't have is windows. You can either have it too high or too low. It seems... Fucking what an annoying piece of gluing together. Doesn't look right either way.
Ah, piss.
Precisely. Maybe they aren't meant to interlock, but sit atop each other. Surely that's not right. That seems how they're meant to go. I'm just gonna glue it. Now, if you would stay at that angle, I would be very not angry, I think. No, because it's not quite in the right position, is it, of course? Fucking Christ. Why couldn't they just make this one part? One clear part that I could just plop into place. God fucking damn it! Why? Why? You absolute pile of dog shit. That looks... probably not even close to the right position. That's going to be a real pain to try and get it to sit on the vehicle too. Once it's together and painted. And I'm pretty sure it's definitely, when I get the other side on, it's definitely not going to just sit there and accept that it should be in that position. You know, it looks like it's sitting close enough. I do wonder if these side window bits move and fold inwards or outwards. That would be the excuse as to why they're not perfectly lined up with that bit. I'm gonna claim that those are glued together as best I can get them. Very annoying. What time is it? Time to get a watch. There is still enough stuff to do that I could probably fill another quick stream. And I am getting hungry and need to leave soon anyway. So, maybe it's time to just end it. End it all. I will probably be back tomorrow evening for some video games. Fight the hunger. I will. I'm going to try and kill it with probably pizza. Actually, I don't think I've got any frozen pizza. Fuck. I would have to order pizza. I can't talk myself out of that. Pizza for lunch. I'll probably be back tomorrow night for video games, and then on Wednesday night, I will continue working on the Tiger. The Vespid Tiger. Gonna get the interior done on that. Do I do a raid? Nah. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves. New video tonight in, I don't know, 12 or 13 hours. Whenever I feel like making it public. Thank you for watching. Toodaloo.